So the formula for calculating wage is P divided by T, where T is the time duration for which an amount P of money is paid. So if you work for 10 hours and you make $100 in that 10-hour period, you just divide to figure out that you make $10 per hour. So that's all this formula essentially means. So let me just rewrite it. Our wage is our total amount of money, P, divided by T for time. So Astrid is looking for a job at a call center. Call center A offers her $15 per hour, and call center B offers her 25 cents per minute. So notice they're given in different units, but if we convert them to the same unit, the same wage, we can figure out how to compare the two. So let's first look at A. So A is $15 per hour. And dollars per hour is the typical wage, so I'm going to leave it like that and convert B, which is given in cents per minute. So that's 0.25 cents in 1 minute. And so we need to change this to dollars per hour. So I need to do unit conversion and get rid of minutes here. So let me just work down here. So for B, we've got 25 cents per minute. And we want to change it to dollars per hour. So we know that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour, and we want to cancel minutes. So that's where I'm going to put up top, and I'm going to put hours down below. And there are 60 minutes for every 1 hour. So notice minutes cancel, and you will get dollars per hour. So we need to essentially multiply 25 cents times 60, or take 1/4 of 60, which is $15 per hour. So they're actually the same wage. At both call center A and call center B, you would make $15 per hour. So choice letter C is correct. Call centers A and B offer equal wages. So let's try another one. So another physics type problem. So in physics, work is defined as force times distance, where F is the force applied over a distance d. So certainly a familiarity with physics helps with these problems, but you don't need it because you're given all the information that you'll need in the problem. So I'm going to call work W, since that's usually what we use. And so W is force times distance d. So a box is dragged across 20 meters with a force of 60 newtons. And you can see the units here, kilograms per meters per second squared. That's for newtons. And which calculation will give us the work done in joules? So joules is just the unit for work. When you do work, you expend energy, and energy is measured in joules. A joule is a pretty small amount of energy, but it is our base unit for energy. So to figure out the total work done, I can just use this formula. It's just force times distance, and if I multiply the force times by the distance, that will give me the work. That will give me the joules of energy that were used to push this box or to drag it. So our force, we're told, is 60 newtons. So remember, force is given in the unit of newtons. And you might remember from a previous problem, a newton is a kilogram times meters per second squared. And then we're going to multiply it by distance of 20 meters. So we're going to end up with another meter here. So it ends up being meters squared. So times 20. And so that's how you get these units for work or for joules. And we're just doing 60 times 20 since these are already given in the proper SI units. All right, a newton is a proper unit. That is the standard unit. And a meter is the standard unit. So we don't have to convert these at all, because notice all of those units are correctly used in the answer. So we just multiply 20 times 60 to find that total work, and that's choice letter A here. And let's do one more of these. So the formula for the distance traveled over time t at an average speed v is v times t. So a lot of times you'll see this as distance equals v times t, or distance is speed times time. So if you go 60 miles per hour for, let's say, 4 hours, you would multiply to get the distance. So in this case, d would be 60 times 4. It would be 240 miles. So that's the basic formula we're going to use. You can also say d is v times t. where v is an average speed. So just keep that in mind. And we're told that, I'll probably mispronounce this, but let's go with Amit or Amit. So we'll say Amit ran for 40 minutes at a speed of about 5 kilometers per hour, which calculation will give us the estimated distance Amit ran in kilometers. So he goes at 40 minutes at a speed of 5 kilometers per hour. So our time, let me change colors, our time is 40 minutes, and our speed is 5 kilometers per hour. Now, to answer this question, what calculation will give us the estimated distance Amit ran in kilometers? So to find the distance, you multiply the average speed times the time. So we have to multiply our speed of 5 kilometers per hour multiplied by the time of 40 minutes. But notice the problem is that we don't have the right units. So this minutes and hours aren't going to cancel each other out. So we need to first convert minutes to hours. And we could just multiply, since we know that, well, we need to cancel minutes, so that goes in the bottom. So 60 minutes and 1 hour goes up top. So that way, notice now that minutes cancel and hours cancel, and so you're just left with kilometers. But if you wanted to just multiply it by 40 divided by 60, since that's the proportion of the hour, 2/3 of the hour, you can do that as well. But now we can just multiply across. So 5 times 40 over 60. And I'll actually just leave it like that because that's what the answer looks like. So choice letter C would be our correct answer here.